to write about what was happening. I wanted to figure out what was happening. But the first thing I learned after the financial crisis was that no one could accurately explain what happened or why it happened, let alone what should be done after it. Sorry, let alone what should be done about it. For every good explanation, there was an equally convincing rebuttal. Engineers can determine the cause of a bridge collapse because there is an agreement that if a certain amount of force is applied to a certain areas, that area will break. Physics isn't controversial. It's guided by laws. Finance is different. It's guided by people's behaviors, and how I behave might make sense to me but look crazy to you. The more I studied and wrote about the financial crisis, the more I realized that you could understand uh, you could you could understand it better through the sorry through the lenses of psychology and history, not finance. The more I studied and wrote about the financial crisis, the more I realized that you could understand it better through the lenses of psychology and history, not finance. To grasp why people bury themselves in debt, you don't need to study interest rates. You need to study the history of greed, insecurity, and optimism to get why investors sell out at the bottom of a bear market. You don't need to study the math. You don't need to study the math of expected future returns. You need to think about the agony of looking at your family and wondering if your investments are imperiling their future. I love Voltaire's observation that history never repeats itself. Man always does. It applies so well to how we behave with money.